What's up, y'all? It's Calvin here, and I just want to holler at you guys about some suggestions slash solutions dealing with the mass shooting that took place in Buffalo, New York at Tops Grocery Store. And first and foremost is something that I've been telling you guys in quite a few of my videos, and that is coming back to the laws, statutes, and commandments written of in Scripture. Because as soon as I saw this, the first thing that went past my mind was remember the Sabbath and keep it holy. And true enough, this could have happened on any day, and there's been mass shootings that have happened on days that weren't Saturday. But with this particular situation targeting black folks, the law was given to us, and we have experienced all types of problems for not following these laws. And in the times that we're living in now, the Most High is meting out His judgment. He is judging America, and this place is prophesied to be destroyed. All right, so we are seeing this happen rapidly right before our eyes. We are living Bible prophecy. This thing is cranking up. You know what I'm saying? And it's just something that we need to understand. There's a spiritual element to this, and following these laws, statutes, and commandments is how we show the Most High that we love Him. And also concerning the Sabbath during the times that we're living in Matthew chapter 24, verse 20, it says, "But pray ye that your flight be not during the winter, neither on the Sabbath day." All right, and so that is crystal clear. You do not want to be making your movements. You shouldn't be doing it anyway, but particularly during this time, you do not want to be doing it because, again, the Most High is bringing His judgment. And if you stay within His perfect will and follow His law, it'll be a situation where the whole world is burning, but you'll be in total peace. It's the same way that the children of Israel were in Egypt. There was plagues and everything that were happening there, but they were off to themselves, following the law. And eventually they received safe passage to be able to get up out of danger. And it'll be no different here for people that are obedient and following the Most High's word. So didn't want to dance around the main thing that is going to be our saving grace throughout this whole situation, you know what I'm saying? And that is operating under the protection of the Most High. And in order to get His protection, you have to do what He says. Just that simple. Now, but secondly is exercising, eating right, and practicing some type of fighting style. But at least start doing a low impact full body workout to keep yourself limber so that you can make moves when need to, whether it be to fight or to flight. All right, because you see the climate socially that is going on at any time, any given place. A situation could pop off, and the more things that pop off, it is just going to exacerbate the situation and make it exponentially worse. You know what I'm saying? Once people's emotions get involved, and then you couple in the food shortages, well, not food shortages, but food disruptions and stuff that's going on with that, this thing can get out of control very, very quickly. So you want to have a level head and be rooted and grounded with the word, as well as being physically fit so that you can start busting moves. All right. And my next suggestion slash solution would be for you to get your passport. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't got one, you need to get one. If you do got one, make sure it's up to date. Because as black people, America was never our home, and the people that are ruling, like, they are never going to do what's right. You know what I'm saying? Never. Like, that's why this place is destined to be destroyed. All right. Like, the Most High ain't playing with it. So, my suggestion would be to do what you can so that you could just simply get out of the way. You know what I mean? Because, like, this is not our final destination. All right. We are starting to wake up more and more each day. And this is why a lot of these things are happening, because the enemy sees what is going on. And, they know that their time is running short, you know what I'm saying? And they are fighting tooth and nail to hang on to their power. Because, like, not too long before this shooting that took place on Saturday, there was an article that came out concerning a lot of black churches closing. And this is a stronghold of psychological warfare for the white supremacist system that we live in. You know what I'm saying? They were able to keep a lot of black people docile and sleepwalking. But since the pandemic hit, a lot of people weren't going to church like that. And then the information really started flooding in. A lot more people started paying attention. You know what I'm saying? And people are like waking up. They are breaking the spiritual bondage that we've been up under for so many years. And once you do that, it gives the European powers, in their mind, they have no other choice but to just go at you open war, because spiritually and mentally they can't keep you down, and that's their entire goal is to like wipe us out, and they are never going to stop. So if the other options aren't working, they're just going to get back to the bread and butter, tried and true, and that's physical attacks. So with the law, statutes, commandments, and plus the prophecies of the Most High God, this thing is pretty easy to beat. He lays it out there for us. You can see what's happening, and you can just simply get out of the way. So that's where the passport comes into play. All right, for my next suggestion, it would be to get familiar with the German language as well as the Ukrainian language. And I came about this because I was already learning these two languages, and I stopped to think for a minute, and a lot of white supremacist groups, they use both of these languages, and there's going to be quite a few Ukrainians coming over here, and they have very serious racial feuds going on. Even when they were at war, they had time to oppress black people from Africa, and they did us dirty, left our women and children out there to freeze while they let dogs ride trains to get to safety before they let us. And then once they let us ride the trains, they were taking us to detention centers. You know what I'm saying? And we didn't have anything to do with what's going on with NATO and Russia, the Ukraine. Like, that is not the doing of Africa. But yet, they still have time to persecute us. And that is a part of the sentiment that is coming over here. Maybe not everybody that is coming, but definitely some of them. These people have an open neo-Nazi National Guard unit there. And they can't stand black folks. And these are not the type of people that just call you the N-word. They will kill you for real. Okay? And just take your time to do your research. These guys are our enemy, straight up and down. You know what I mean? And again and again and again, I say they do not like us at all. You know what I'm saying? There ain't no making friends with the white supremacists. So, you know, you need to move accordingly, particularly nowadays, because stuff is going to get exceedingly worse. I'm telling you, there are going to be bombings, you know what I'm saying, in the future. Like, this is going to get bad, you know what I mean, on all levels. With the abortion, the stuff they're doing with the LGBT in the schools, like, this is just going to get worse and worse and worse, all right? And it is all by design, okay? So, something to keep in mind. And I understand the way it sounds to, like, learn a whole language, but you don't have to speak these languages fluently. Just learn the racial terminology that they use, and, you know, just like start there. And lastly, I would recommend and suggest that you start growing your own food. And not because this happened at a grocery store, it's just because of the times that we're in. And you couple that with the racial tension, it'll just be one less reason that you're out and about in all of this madness. Because it ain't just, you know, the racists running around. It's people that are hell-bent on trying to get at your children. People trying to push abortion. People trying to push the LGBT. Like, everything is getting more radical and it's getting more worse. And people are plumb acting a fool. You know what I'm saying? They're acting a fool. And growing your food is going to give you freedom from these things. Okay? And when people are going crazy, going to the grocery stores and tearing stuff up, you'll be at home in peace, following law, statutes, and commandments with your passport on deck. You know what I'm saying? Ready to push the eject button and get on up out of here. You know what I'm saying? While everybody else is just going crazy. Like, that's the idea behind this whole thing. You know what I mean? Not get caught up in the madness, make emotional decisions based on fear, anger. You know, these things can ruin you nowadays. You know what I mean? So just sit back and let the Most High do His work. And while He's doing His work, you continue to push the line for righteousness. You know what I mean? And you are going to be in good stead. This is the Pod Roast.
For He is our buckler and our shield.